Nod-Krai is only a few days away. So let's check out the live symphony performance. Wow. Her voice is so ethereal. But there's also this quality of sadness too, like she's mourning or weeping something. Wow, nickel harpa. She looks like a fairy. Oh, love that melody arc from the bells and the harp. Evokes that sense of like mystical fantasy. Oh, this is so Celtic. I love how rhythmic their singing is, right? It's not just all one long legato connected passage, but there's these like intentional separations and breaths and accents all throughout. Right, there's this sense of bounce and festivity. Like you're all huddled around a campfire and a bard is in the back regaling you with like tall tales of some epic adventure. Love these long flowing lines from the strings. So much space and expanse. You know, that same sense of adventure and exploring the unknown. Alright, passing along the main motif across different chords and instruments. So that means a development is coming. Love that tension with the strings, that D over C chord with the choir. There's so much space in that interval too. She's just staring straight into your soul. These whispers are so lamentful. But now it's defiant. Oh, it's defiant, like you're not going to settle for the hand that fate has dealt you. Look at her bold gaze. And of course, brass complements defiance so well. Yes! Oh, this is so cool. Raise the entire piece by a whole step, and it just raises that sense of heroic defiance. The Genshin walking bass reharmonization. Such a stronger presence of brass now that we get this bold, heroic defiance. Oh man, that was really cool. That was really cool. Oh, Genshin is so back. Whenever I hear music like this that has such a like a Celtic fantasy vibe, it just reminds me of bards. And what do bards do, right? Bards tell stories. And there's this feeling of storiedness that is just so present in the main melody of this piece. Right? That's such a beautiful melody. It has all of these twists and turns and ups and downs, and that's life. That's adventure. That's exploration. That's story, right? And so what that tells me about Nod-Krai is that Nod-Krai is going to be a region that's filled with story, filled with lore, and has a rich history with its own ups and downs. There's probably going to be lots of buried truths about the land, and maybe even more generally about Tevat, because, I mean, Genshin has gone through so many regions now, and each region has an element and an archon that's representative of that element, right? But Nod-Krai is the first region that isn't tied to any particular element, and instead we have this moon aesthetic. And to me, that suggests something beyond. Like Nod-Krai challenges the established, understood framework of Tevat. Like, you cannot convince me that this isn't some sort of moon goddess. She looks so regal here, with that headpiece that I'm assuming is made of dove feathers from the lyrics, and the eyes on her clothing suggest some kind of all-seeing or all-knowing, like, omniscience. And if we just take a look at some of these lyrics, my little doves bring from that golden city the song of my homeland. Why does our devastated homeland now lie buried under nettles? Look at this lightless, pitiable land. Oh, new moon, illuminate this land once more. May the moonlit world know light once more. Like, all of that just points to an ancient civilization that existed but fell, right? And with that comes all the tropes of, like, secrets and buried history, or erased history, rewritten history, or maybe simply forgotten history, right? Time has its way of obscuring the truth, and I think it's our job as the traveler to uncover those secrets. And speaking of secrets, there was that one event, like way back in the beginning of Genshin, with the falling meteorites, and I at the end, Scaramouche was all like, "Aha, the sky is a lie." But I think what happened in Nod-Krai is that we will uncover the true nature of the false sky, because this whole moon aesthetic, right, challenges this kind of elemental established system of archons and nations, but also the moon lives in the sky. The moon lives up in the night sky, right? And so what exactly does that mean if the sky is false? Does that mean the moon is false? Like a fake moon hanging in the sky? But if that's the case, then what does that suggest for, like, the moon goddess that is so obviously represented here by Aurora? All of that ties into the idea of predestination and fate, because, like, stars and heavenly bodies are so often used as euphemisms for death and the final destination of the trajectory of your fate. And so, if all of that is false, then what does that mean for fate? Is fate predetermined? Or is it something that you can actually defy? Alright, let's check out the battle theme. Nice call and response between the piccolo and the violin. Or I guess it's a fiddle? in this context? Okay. Those chords and that rhythm. Right, we have this two-part rhythm that's going on. What else has a two-part rhythm? It's a different rhythm, but it is still a two-part rhythm. But what really makes it obvious that this is photon of fluctuation are the chords. It's a C chord followed by a B flat chord, which is exactly what you get if you played photon of fluctuation in the key of C. Wow, I love that. A little bit of extra flair before the main motif comes in. There it is. Okay, but also that is so Genshin though, right? Like we literally just saw this in the previous piece with the walking bass reharmonization. Here we have a two-part melody, and the first time around the harmony is quite grounded. But then the second time around, we get a walking bass reharmonization that gives this sense of forwardness and development. Wow, bagpipes. She's some kind of moon priestess. Look at the headwear. But also that staff there. That's like a female Gandalf. A note about her singing, right? She's singing using a lot of these open A vowels, right? A is the most open vowel out of all the vowels. And I think that really complements the space and this rising sense that the melody has, right? Just feels so open and far-reaching. It's such a bold, layered sound with everyone playing in unison. Now, those sprawling lines, like the sprawling landscape. Oh, and there's danger. Love that tension. It's a minor second tension. Wow, marcato from the flutes. Tonguing every note. It's so bold and powerful. So heroic, so defiant. Not gonna let the danger, not gonna let the enemy win. Push back! Wow, even the last chord has tension. I would have thought that it would have, like resolved to C major or something, but even that last chord is so tense. That was really good. That was really good.